I did note earlier how the Democrats were completely humiliated, which is part of the deal. It's part of why to the victor goes the spoil. It's important to win elections. First of all, about 70 of them boycotted, which is not cool anymore. J.D. Vance, I know, boycotted, I think, one of the Biden ones, and he got a lot of positive attention for that. So it does work when you're the pioneer at it. But them 70 of them boycotting, you just lose track, and it just looks empty and on their side, and it just is not, it accomplishes nothing. Rashida Tlaib and Ilhan Omar were screaming and trying to interrupt President Trump. Obviously, for people who are not just super online left-wing activists, that's a terrible look. Al Green was thrown out because he had Al Green, not the wonderful soul singer, Al Green, the congressman who is obsessed with impeaching Trump. I wrote about this in Breaking the Law. He tried to impeach Trump like 25 times at least, and that was just in the first administration for every matter of issue in general. The guy is obsessed with trying to get Trump, but he put up a sign that said black people aren't apes, as if that was in dispute, and that got him thrown out. I think they actually seated him on the aisle because they assumed he was going to get thrown out for some reason. Again, not a good look. I was looking at the response. I mentioned spam burgers, which I got some clips of that, which are not good. They did a Spanish language response from alleged California Senator Alex Padilla. I say alleged because not even his own family is aware that he is a senator. He is so anonymous in the state. I bet you his name ID and his face ID, I bet you, is below the amount of people who think Elvis is still alive, to bring back a reference from my friend Larry Elder. No one knows who he is. Guys in the booth in LA, do you guys know that Alex Padilla is one of our senators, and could you identify him? Don't answer that question, because maybe you guys have. But we got to do a poll. Paul, let's do Sean, do a poll during the break. But he tried to give a Spanish language response. And in this, he slipped into English a number of times and did not have perfect Spanish grammar. So we have a fluent Spanish-speaking correspondent among several at Breitbart News, because we can be bilingual at times, who reported that he did not give a very good response at all. And he compared being Hispanic in America today to Japanese internment camps and the Chinese Exclusion Act. So if any of you thinks that's the case, all you do is cheapen all the bad stuff we did in the past. And it does make us reappraise, well, maybe the stuff we did in the past wasn't so bad, because it doesn't feel like Spanish-speaking people and Latinx individuals are treated all that badly in this country. I mean, there's so much to say about this. Why don't we just get started with some of the highlights and get into some of the highlight section. Why don't we let the president intro it? Cut 3, please, guys.
When I last spoke in this chamber 12 months ago, I had just inherited a nation in crisis with a stagnant economy, inflation at record levels, a wide open border, horrendous recruitment for military and police, rampant crime at home, and wars and chaos all over the world. But tonight, after just 1 year, I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before, and a turnaround for the ages. It is indeed a turnaround for the ages.
It's a great line, and I think that I hope every American got to hear that little snippet, but none are more important than this one. Let us play cut 4, please.
In the past 9 months, 0 illegal aliens have been admitted to the United States. But we will always allow people to come in legally, people that will love our country and will work hard to maintain our country.
That's the moment. Of all the work that I put in my 4 decades on Earth, and of all the work that so many of you put in this audience and the people on our staff, the fact that we have no illegal aliens crossing is a humanitarian issue that affects Americans. It affects people from overseas. It affects the entire world that we had an open border. Trump shut it down. The world's a much better place for that. It makes everything worth it.